All right, what's good? So the Washington Commanders picks up their linebacker for the future, something they needed for a very long time. Out of Ohio State, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles with the number 7 overall pick in last night's 2026 NFL Draft. Let's get to it.
After the game, it's the aftermath. Win or lose, we still wave our commander's flag. Riding with wit, under center, making the pass. Jahan Dotson, young rookie, making a splash. The burgundy and gold, that's what we about. Jonathan Allen knocking QBs to the ground. We die hard and nobody can shut us down. Cause this is the greatest show in town. Let's go! Go, 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 go.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So this is the Washington Commanders Cardiac Commanders podcast, powered by Livewire Sports Media, Unfiltered First and 10. So the Washington Commanders set out last night. Now they have many choices, defensive end, linebacker, and safety. But with the additions of free agency that has hit, the Washington Commanders needed a linebacker for the future because we have Bobby Wagner there, who is not the fastest, but he's a leader and everything. Sonny Styles bring a total freak of nature ability into that linebacker core. A person that could go uphill and a person that could play sideline. And at 6'4", he has hell of a range where you don't have to, when you play him against a tight end, he's able to stay with that tight end and deny that tight end the ball. You definitely need somebody that could knock down passes in the middle, have a wide range of coverage, make the offense change directions or whatever the case might be. But we ain't going to waste no time in it because we're going to get into some highlights right now. Because I think, and see now, tonight's draft, the Commanders do not have a second round pick. They definitely do have a third round pick. So let's go back to last night.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State.
So the third Buckeye in the first 7 is coming out of the green room. There's Papa Styles right there, who Kurt won a Super Bowl with.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL.
With that being said, Sonny Styles, man, he's going to bring another dimension to this Washington Commanders defense. Like I said, the Washington Commanders have been missing on linebackers for the last few years. Same thing with offensive linemen. They could have easily went offensive linemen, continue to show up that offensive line. Maybe they'll address that in the third round tonight, which way they might go. They might go defense again. They might go safety again. They might go cornerback again. We don't know what they might thought because we thought that they was going to go cornerback with Caleb Downs if he had fallen to them, where they could have paired him and Mikey Sanders still on the opposite side. But I think the Washington Commanders could address the cornerback position. Are the Commanders willing to trade down in the third round to get an extra pick in the fourth round where they can have a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh pick? Because the Washington Commanders didn't have a second or a fourth round pick. So will the Commanders trade down? Now, we've seen almost 9 trades last night in the first round. Ridiculously. Almost 10. Never seen that many in my whole life watching the NFL draft. But still is going to be a name that you're going to be recognized with when you start watching the Commanders. And especially he's a freak of nature. He could get down. But a lot of people didn't know that this boy is a baller boy. He could play basketball. He is really good. This is him right here. He is an athletic. He's very athletic in every area. Didn't know he was a great basketball player either. Just imagine what he do. Commanders linebacker Sonny Styles was a bucket on the basketball court. Was a bucket. You met and see his ability like that. Look at him. Good grief, man. Yeah, that's a totally. When they call him a freak, he's a total freak of nature right there, baby. Wow. I mean, like I said, the Commanders needed somebody like that. They have not had that type of talent in the linebacker core in a long, long time, man. Long time. Long time. Haven't had that.
Sonny Styles.
And just like that, you got to think about that. With the NFC East, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be, look at it, man. That boy is bad. Look at her. The boy is a freak of nature, a freak of nature, you know. And this is, like I said, this is what Washington needed, man. They needed this guy. They needed him. Let's see what JP Finley got to say about him real quick. That's my man, JP Finley.
You said when you woke up, you felt like you were going to be a Commander. Why? Where did that come from?
It was a gut feeling. You know, I think it was God. You know, I think it was the people in the building. You know, it was the great people in the building, everyone. From head coach, GM, all the way down to the player development, everyone. It's a bunch of great people, and I think I was drawn towards that, and it just felt like it was meant to be.
What was your connection like with Dan Quinn and Adam Peters in some of those meetings?
Man, it was awesome. Great conversations. You know, I could tell they had a lot of belief in me. And, you know, I think they felt like I'm still scratching the surface with my game. You know, I think I'm at a pretty good spot right now, but still a lot of work to be done. So for them to believe in me, you know, and see, you know, how high my ceiling can be, you know, I'm super excited. I'm glad they believe in me.
How would you describe your game for fans?
Man, I would say versatile, physical, and intelligent.
What do you think of the fits, the burgundy and gold? They just rolled out new uniform.
Man, I think the burgundy and gold is going to look real nice on me, so I'm super excited.
This is far before your time. Washington had a legend, a Hall of Famer, Sonny Jurgensen. I doubt you have much file on him, but be another Sonny in that organization is pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully I can step in those shoes and fill them.
But he was a quarterback, so don't worry about
it. Okay. Yeah, but you know, obviously it's still a long way to go to get there, but it's cool to have another Sonny in that organization.
Yeah, but like I said, Washington is getting somebody that he's a freak, man. He's a freak of nature. This dude is he's what Washington needed. Washington needed this kind of athletic ability in there, you know, needed somebody that could come and shore up that linebacker, make like a Michael Parsons. You know what I'm saying? That's what we needed. We need our own Michael Parsons. And I think Sonny Styles is going to bring that, because now it helps the D-line hold it down, your linebackers hold it down, and then your safeties and cornerbacks can play freely. And when they can play freely like that, that is what is going to be about. So anyway, I think this is what we was looking at right
as well as the person that you're getting. And you want to know what he looks like on video. Here it is. Provides that physical presence. Remember, this is a former safety that's dropped down and played linebacker now. Very explosive. He can see little creases, and he's able to use that explosiveness to shoot gaps and collect tackles for loss. You want the ability to play off blocks, destruct blocks, get over the top.
Look at it. I told
Not
you.
a problem. Then using that big frame, just swallow up a ball carrier. And you want to be able to rush him? Okay, well, you better get a hand on him, because with that speed,
what I like.
he's going to close in the blink of an eye. As you look at the side-by-side,
I mean,
he's in a good neighborhood.
Oh, yeah,
there's no question, respectable neighborhood.
And he's faster than Kyle, too.
Again, 6'5", 244.
6'5".
It's the athleticism and the playmaking ability on tape, as well as the person that you're getting. And you want to know what he looks like on video. Here it is. Provides that physical presence.
You see that? He can play outside. I love that. Now watch him right there. He goes up the field right there. Explosive downhill. Boom. Gets into the A gap. Then look at it. He gets on the outside. He brushes off his man. He gets to the outside easily. And you know the Washington Commanders have had issues with running backs getting to the outside because they never had a pursuit like that. Now you force this team to go the other way when your team can play on the weak side. I think Washington got one of the best talent in the draft, and they needed, like I said, again, the Washington Commanders needed this kind of player because the NFC East is getting tougher, and you got to deal with Saquon Barkley, and you need somebody like Sonny Styles to put pressure on and get into the backfield against a Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying, and put pressure on him because you know Jalen Hurts likes to hold the ball in his hand. Same thing with Dak Prescott too. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Cardiac Commanders podcast powered by LineWire Sports Unfiltered. 1st and 10. Round 2 and 3 tonight of the NFL Draft. Be there, be square.
After the game, it's the aftermath. Win or lose, we still wave our commander's flag. Riding with Wentz under center, making the pass. Jahan Dotson, young rookie, making a splash. That burgundy and gold, that's what we about. Jonathan Allen knocking QBs to the ground. We die hard and nobody can shut us down. Cause this is the greatest show in town. Let's go. Go, 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 go.